All right, let's dive right in. We're going to start in a place you know really, really well, the toothpaste aisle. You see all the same brands, the same clinical-looking boxes you've seen for years. But if you look a little closer, something huge is happening on those shelves. A quiet revolution is underway. And this quote right here from a Penn State student named Daniela Omije just hits the nail on the head. Brushing is a chore, but skincare is self-care. That one simple idea, it's the light bulb moment that explains everything. It's why the entire oral health industry is about to be turned on its head. I mean, think about it. You walk down the skincare aisle, and it's this vibrant, exciting world full of innovation and self-care, but then you turn the corner to the toothpaste aisle, and it just feels stuck. It's clinical, it's medicinal, and yeah, it feels like a chore. That massive contrast is exactly what's finally starting to change.
So, what's actually driving this big shift? Well, we're right in the middle of a scientific revolution that is totally transforming oral care. It's moving from just a simple 2-minute task into a real pillar of preventative health. You could almost call it scientific self-care.
For decades, the message we got was basically warfare. Use harsh, antiseptic ingredients and just nuke all the germs in your mouth. But the new science has a completely different goal. It's not about destruction, it's about nurturing a healthy, balanced ecosystem. So, what's the science behind this new approach? It really boils down to two key innovations that are changing everything we thought we knew about a healthy smile: probiotics and enzymes. Okay, so first you have to understand this thing called the oral microbiome. It's this incredibly complex community of bacteria living in your mouth. And just like we've learned with our gut, science now shows that a balanced microbiome, not a sterile one, is the real secret to preventing cavities and gum disease. The goal isn't a scorched earth policy, it's to help the good guys thrive so they keep the bad guys in check. Which, of course, brings us to probiotics. You've heard about them for gut health for years, right? Well, it turns out the same idea applies to your mouth. New research shows that adding these beneficial bacteria can help fortify that healthy, balanced oral ecosystem. It just makes sense. And then there are enzymes. Now, this is where it gets really fascinating. Instead of using harsh chemicals to carpet bomb bacteria, enzyme-based toothpastes essentially supercharge your body's own natural defenses. They actually boost your saliva's immune system, a concept backed by research from the NIH, to stop plaque and fight off bad bacteria way more effectively. And here's where you can see this science in action. A brand called Experten has this toothpaste called Thermo 39 degrees. It literally uses your own body heat to activate the formula. It warms up to 39 degrees Celsius, which is the perfect temperature for these enzymes, and that makes them up to 40% more effective at gently breaking down plaque. How smart is that? Now, a scientific revolution this big isn't just happening in labs. It's driving a massive, and I mean massive, global market. And you know the rule, where there's this much innovation, big money is sure to follow. Let's talk numbers for a second. Right now, the global oral care market is already a giant, valued at over $40 billion. That's a huge industry. But check out the projection. It's on track to become a nearly $70 billion market in less than a decade. That is just explosive growth, and it's being fueled almost entirely by this new way of thinking about oral health. And you can see just how global this shift is right here. The Asia-Pacific region is actually leading the market, which makes sense when you think about its large, aging population and a huge increase in healthcare spending. So no, this is not just a Western trend, it's a worldwide movement. So, what's really pushing all this growth? It's pretty simple. It's us. It's smarter consumers. We're finally understanding that our oral health is directly connected to our overall wellness. And now we're demanding innovative, science-backed products that actually work.
So, what does a brand that's built on this new philosophy actually look like? Let's take a closer look and break down the strategy of Experten, a company that's really at the forefront of this whole movement.
This is the mission right at the heart of their brand. And it is bold. They're not just trying to sell you toothpaste. They are directly calling out the rest of the industry and promising a completely new, evidence-driven standard for what oral care should be. And to deliver on that promise, they've built this really fascinating corporate structure. See, they keep all their R&D centralized in Germany to make sure those high scientific standards are always met. But then, they create these dedicated regional arms to tailor their sales and distribution to local markets all over the world. It's brilliant. And this gets to the absolute core of the revolution. Their guiding principle is mechanism-first formulation. What that means is every single product is designed around a specific biological pathway, like how your teeth remineralize, not around the latest marketing gimmick. It's about making products that work with your body's biology, in a way you can actually measure.
So the next time you find yourself standing in front of that wall of toothpaste boxes, you're going to see it differently. It's not just a choice between whitening or tartar control anymore. The real choice is so much bigger. It's a choice between the old philosophy, the chore, and a new scientific standard of health. Which one are you going to choose?